Well, kids, it's been a while since I've last done one of these. So what's new? What's going on? What's changed? A few things, I guess. Shelly's parents came into town. We thought it was going to be a little bit longer a visit than it was. Turns out they were only here for just under 2 weeks, which is kind of sad because they are good people and we like having them in town. The house is almost to where Shelly and I want it. LA still has idiot drivers, which is, good. Things haven't changed that much. But in all reality, not a lot has changed. Shelly's birthday just happened, and unfortunately, I had to work. We're getting into the busy season at work, and it's kind of sad. I'm probably not going to get home much before 5 most of the time. And as much as I would have liked to get home early last night, it wasn't an option on the table. At work we got some new clients, and I can actually say that one of them is Netflix. We're allowed to say that now. The other one we're not allowed to discuss a whole lot. It rained yesterday, changing gears pretty quick for you, and it actually wasn't just like normal Southern California mist / drizzle. It actually came down pretty good, but it didn't last very long. It lasted for about 5 hours, and I think we only got about at most a quarter of an inch out of it. But it's good that we got some rain. I mean, we could use a whole lot more. I mean, we could probably use a month of straight rain just to kind of help replenish some of our water tables. But the Israelis apparently are helping Southern Californians come up with a way to help replenish our water sources and find alternative water sources. However, one of the alternative water sources isn't needing to be found, it's just needing to be tapped into. One thing I've said several times to different people is we have a lot of water. We have a very abundant water source that we just need to tap into. Yes, it's expensive to get started, and yes, it will be difficult to maintain, but it is the most abundant water source in the world, and that's the ocean. We have a friggin' ocean. Yeah, it's salt water. We can filter out the salt, reuse that salt nonetheless, and we have all of the water that we could need whenever we're in a drought, take most of the pressure off of our water tables, let them get rebuilt, let the sources that are piping water into us rebuild their water tables, and then we won't have to be like, oh my god, we're going to die because we have no water. And we do have water, we're just not using that water. San Diego is actually jumping ahead of Los Angeles on this one. Surprise, surprise. They're building the water refinery first, and there's a couple of them just outside of San Diego that are building smaller versions refinery, and they're also doing water recycling, where they're separating out the wastewater, what can be reused and what cannot be reused. I mean, let's face it, some of it just ain't reusable, but most of it is. And they're recycling wastewater, and they are recycling water that just runs off from sprinkler systems, and doing that whole project. And it's an expensive project. According to, I think it was Business Insider that I read this from, it's going to cost, it's a project that's going to take $151 million. And then I think it's a $15 million a year. So 10% of it, of the initial startup cost every year, is going to be used for maintenance and upkeep. And advancement in the filtration system and the computer system, the automation and all of that. All of those systems are expensive. And that maintenance cost could come down in price over the next 5 years if technologies keep progressing the way they do. But it just baffles me that San Diego is jumping on this years ahead of Los Angeles. Los Angeles, as far as I know, is not even considering it as a possibility. And that's disappointing. That's very disappointing, because Los Angeles should be looking into this. They should have been looking into this 15 years ago, because Israel is almost 100% desert. They have very little fresh water, so they have been filtering out seawater and using it for their tap water. I mean, yes, there's potential for us Americans to want to really use it and really beautify our scenery around here. But if we keep up with the rules and regulations of watering times for our plant life and not taking those off, but keeping those in place and keeping a strict watch on those, then we will, one, have a more naturally beautiful city by switching to natural plant life instead of the exotic plant life. And what I mean by exotic plant life is grass and trees that are not native to Southern California. Grass and trees and flowers and bushes and everything that does not natively grow in Southern California. If we took all of those out, yeah, we'd lose a lot of shade tree in one aspect, but we'd also gain a lot of ground in the way of not having to water plant life that requires a lot of water. I mean, an oak tree takes a lot of water. That's why you see them in areas where there is a lot of water, where a lot of water comes through there. But they also offer a lot of great shade tree, a lot of shade. It's really nice. Kind of miss that. But, we start replacing all of our plant life with indigenous plant life, and that'll save us probably 500 million gallons of water a year. native grass and just put gravel down in our yards, and that'll save us probably another 100 million gallons of water a year. You know, just little things like that. Also, shorter showers, which I really don't like doing. I like taking a nice hot shower, you know, 10 to 15 minutes, just so I can let my muscles relax, soak in all of that warmth and such, and enjoy it. But yeah, San Diego is taking the lead from Israel. Israel's helping them out. Los Angeles is probably going to be like, hey, San Diego, send us some of your water. San Diego's going to be like, screw you guys. You didn't help us out with building it, so why should we help you out with pumping it up your direction? But, you know, they might actually be nice and do it. Who knows? But that's fascinating. That's awesome. But, you know, we still have the need of getting it into LA, and I don't know what the best way to go about doing that. You know, outside of emailing my district representative and say, hey, put this on the table. San Diego's doing it, why don't we do it? Which I have done. I didn't get an email back. Not yet, anyway.
If you want a lot of commercials, we can't. If you want classic rock, nailed it. 100.3 The Sound.
So yeah. As far as changes in my life, I mean, the car's paid off. Yay. I don't have that payment. I still have a $150 friggin' insurance bill I have to pay, though. Oh well. Let's see, any other interesting news going on? No, not really. That's pretty much it. So until next time, guys, have a great day.